Hall County Sports is also brought to you in part by Green Ford on Browns Bridge Road in Gainesville. Come check out the latest deals. When you go Green Ford. And also brought to you by McEver Road United Methodist Church. With 3 services every Sunday morning, Kids Town, adult education small groups, and community outreach, McEver Road UMC is dedicated to transforming the world through the gospel of Jesus Christ. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Hall County Sports. I'm your host, Gary Glenn. Got a kind of a combo segment for you in this first one, and we're going to begin things with weightlifting. And the lineup may change from meet to meet, but the results seem to be the same. The Georgia Iron Dogs win. The latest victory for the Northeast Georgia-based Dogs happened on Saturday as they defended their state title at the American Powerlifting Committee Georgia State Open Powerlifting and Bench Press Championships at the Moose Lodge in Bogart. They lifted all day and deep into the night and then had to look carefully at the results to see who won. Team captain Mike Kidd did a great job of putting things together for this one, but then he got really sick and had to leave the venue, and we wish Mike get well soon. Gainesville's Tim T. Moon had the day's heaviest bench press of 655.7 pounds. He missed his first 2 attempts before setting an American record and a personal best in the equipped Masters men's 45 to 49-year-old 275-pound class at a body weight of about 260. It would have been a world record, but the association only recognizes world marks at national and world meets.
All right, Tim, heaviest bench of the day.
Yep, surprised me. There's some big lifters here, but I ended up doing the heaviest. I was happy with that.
But you started out pretty shaky.
Yeah, I opened with 628, had a little bit of a shaky handoff, and knew I touched in the wrong place and knew I wasn't going to get it, so I bailed out on it.
And then number 2 comes along and didn't get that one either.
Yeah, I jumped 30 pounds and tried 655 and didn't get it, so after that I was pretty nervous.
They put a little pressure on you then, huh?
Yeah, I'm not used to being under that much pressure, because you only get 3 tries. If you don't get your third one, you're kicked out. So,
well, and then you came through, though, and did the third one.
I did the third one, and it was an American record, so I got a 4th attempt. Went for 661, but I did not get it. But,
well, something to shoot for.
Yeah, so personal best for me today, 655.
Now, when you came to me a couple of years ago and said, I don't know much about this weightlifting stuff, did you ever dream you'd come this far this fast?
No idea. No idea I could bench that much. So I'm looking to go for 700 is really my personal goal right now. So,
wow. And I think it's within your reach, too. And you got a national meet coming up so you can set world records there, and that's got to be a goal.
Yep, that's definitely. So in June, first and second week, we got national, so hopefully I'll get it there.
All right. Well, congratulations on a good day.
All right.
Another good day for the Iron Dogs, too, huh?
That's it, yeah. I think we got team trophy and the barbell and got a victory.
All right.
Thanks, Gary.
Thanks, Tim.
Iron Dog Eric Head of Dahlonega got the bench-only best lifter award after winning the Raw Juniors 132-pound class with a bench press of 341.5. Alex Castro of Turnerville took the 16-17 148-pound class with his press of 198 pounds. Also posted a 363 deadlift, by the way. Mount Airy's Joey Murphy was second in the Masters 40 to 44 242-pound class with a bench of 573. In full power, Jefferson's Trevor Rife and Chris Lauer came through with first in the Raw 16-17-year-old 198-pound class and Raw 18-19 275-pound class, respectively. Lauer squatted almost 700 pounds, benched over 418, almost 419, and deadlifted over 541, almost 542, for a total of 1660.3. Rife totaled over 1,068 pounds. Iron Dogs also picked up help in recruits from Eastman, Georgia. Tony Braswell won the 242 juniors equipped full power and bench only medals with records in the squat, bench, and total 1692. And Mark Driggers won the equipped 198-pound Masters 40 to 44-year-old class with a 672.2 squat, 556.5 bench press, and a 650.2 deadlift. Driggers winning there with a total of almost 1,879 pounds. Tyler Sheffield in the same weight class, but in the junior division, won with a 1,416 total. Gainesville Hall County lifters played a big part in the Iron Dogs' latest championship. North Hall middle schooler Corey Reese competed and won in both the equipped and raw divisions in the 198-pound 13 to 15-year-old age class, set American records along the way in the squat, deadlift, and total. He squatted 341.5 at a raw bench of 203.7 and an equipped bench of 231.2, a deadlift of 358 for an equipped total of 930.7. Also took home a bench-only medal for that category. East Hall alumnus Tyler Brown, competing in his first meet since the 2009 Nationals in Peoria, won the 18-19 equipped super heavyweight class, totaling over 1,471 pounds, 529 squat, 440.1 bench press, and a 501.5 deadlift. Bernal strength and conditioning coach and assistant softball coach Gary Hatfield set records in the equipped squat with 622.7, bench at 451.7, and total of 1575.9 after a deadlift of 501.5 to win the Masters men's 50 to 50-year-old 198-pound class. Somerville's Danny Overbay finished second to teammate Hatfield in the equipped 198 Masters men's 50 to 54-year-old class, had a squat of 611.7, bench of 330.5, and a deadlift of 523.5, totaling 1,465.7. And Gainesville's Corey Jordan was second in the 198 Raw Juniors after a 435.2 squat, a bench of 319.5, and a deadlift of 551 for a total of 1305.7. APC Nationals are going to be June 11th, 12th, and 13th at the same venue. And we bring to the show now, right here on the set, Gary Hatfield. As I said, assistant softball coach and strength and conditioning coach and power lifter as well. And Gary, first of all, let's talk about the meet list past Saturday. It turned into kind of a marathon. It was a long, long day, but you did pretty well.
Yeah, for that length of a meet, I was very surprised to finish as well as I did. Started off well and through the bench, and I knew I was doing pretty well, but as it wore on into the night, I was wondering if I was going to get my deadlifts in that late at night. Yeah,
and you got two.
I got two, which if I get two deadlifts in a meet, I'm having a good meet. A third's that's just icing on the cake whenever that happens.
Yeah. Now, you were pressed a little bit this one, though. Danny Overbay pretty stout.
He was. We've become friends since the first time I met him, and we kind of hooked up together and helped each other through the competition. And we went out and started breaking records together. We both took the same record weight on our second attempts, and we went through that, and then he picked out the weight he wanted, and I tried to help him through his, and then he helped me through mine, and I ended up getting a little more than he did.
Yeah, you beat him on both the squat and the bench, and then he beat you on the deadlift there
right.
at the end. That's the way it goes, huh?
Right.
Now, you've been hurt a little bit, but you pretty healthy now?
Pretty healthy right now. Last year I'd hurt my back there, and my back's always my issue when I'm lifting. Had a better deadlift when I was younger. Everything else is going up. The deadlift's kind of stuck. Maybe I can get it going again one day.
What got you into weightlifting, Gary?
I always admired strong people. Used to watch the old movies on TV, watch the old Hercules movies.
Oh, yeah. Steve Reeves.
Watched them all when I was a kid, and admired strong people, and I always wanted to be strong. And when I figured out you could make yourself strong, I thought that's the way I wanted to go.
Now, you and I have talked about this before, and you told me something to the effect that the meets themselves are almost anticlimactic. You really enjoy the training and the camaraderie, don't you?
I do. Much rather have a good training partner and have a good day in the gym than go to a meet. A meet's always stressful. In the gym, everybody leaves their best lifts almost exclusively in the gym. They won't tell you that. They'll say, I bring my best lifts to the meet, but I've seen lifters by far exceed everything they've ever done in the gym. Everything's perfect, situation's perfect, friends are there, you go at it, have a good time, and that's probably the most fun to me.
All right. I'm going to ask you to, before we get away from weightlifting, though, you're looking forward to the Nationals, I guess.
I am. Haven't competed in a national meet in a long time. This will be my first one in quite a few years. I took quite some years off of competing. Made no bones about it, I got fed up with the situation as it was. I'll just say it out plain. The drugs got into lifting. I didn't care for it. Got out for a long time, said I didn't want to compete against that. Said, I'll wait. And basically what I've done is outweighed a lot of people that were doing things that shouldn't have been doing, and I've came back and I've been able to lift. I'm fortunate to still be healthy enough to do it.
All right. We're going to shift gears now because you are the assistant softball coach at Brenau, and you guys are ranked number 12 in the country. You had a doubleheader sweep of Southern Wesleyan, 10-0, 12-4. Sophomore Morgan Smith broke her own season school record for homers, 11th on the year. Freshman Anna Manus, 16th win of the season, 1.65 ERA. And then just this past Monday, you split a doubleheader with a number 19 ranked team. You're ranked number 12. They beat you 4-0, and then you won 6-4. 17-6-1 and second place in the conference, and 26-9-1 overall. Pretty good year, Gary.
Very good year so far. We were wondering what we would have. We knew we had talent coming into this year. We don't have huge numbers. We actually only have 12 girls playing right now. We had a couple of injuries early. Just got one of them back last night, her first game back in well over a month. So we're young. We have 3 seniors, no juniors, rest sophomore and freshmen. So the future looks really good, and right now the present's not looking too bad either.
Well, your head coach, Devin Thomas, done a pretty good job putting things together.
He's done a great job. Devin's been there, and from the beginning, I've seen him. I didn't help him the first year. I was with him all but the first year. First year, he's everybody's self, won 2 games. put together some more players. The next year we competed, won like 12 games. The next year after that, and I was with him that second year, the third year, we've won 30+ ever since.
Wow. Now you got a manual coming up on the 19th.
All the games are big this time of year. Right now we're in a push to finish as strong as we can, as high as we can. The rankings can determine whether you get into the Nationals or not. The tournament is the only sure bid you get to win the tournament.
Right.
Other than that, it's at large, and it'll go on rankings of the teams that don't win the tournament.
But you did get into the Nationals last year.
We did, off of a good ranking, just practically where we're at right now.
All right. Congratulations on a great season at Brenau. Congratulations on your powerlifting win, and good luck to the Tigers. And good luck to you, my friend.
Same to you.
All right. Well, we talked about the Diamond. We're back for high school baseball when we continue.
Does your business or home office have limited space? Let Office Pros experts show you how to turn small, cluttered areas into highly organized, efficient workspaces with cubicles, completely planned and installed at surprisingly low prices. Office Pros experts will come to your location and help you plan the perfect office without the clutter. For companies downsizing, cubicles can double the capacity of existing 10 by 12 offices by installing just 2 cubicles. Call today for a free consultation. Let Office Pros put your business on the path to success.
Are you struggling to get where you really want to be in life? Then get on the fast track to success at Lanier Technical College with 5 campuses, day, evening, and online classes, and many tuition fees paid for by the Hope Grant. There's no better way to get where you really want to be. Now more than ever, high-paying employers are looking for highly trained individuals with hands-on technical training. So stop struggling and get moving. Lanier Technical College. Get ready. Go!
My name is Lloyd Smith.
I'm Renee Barnett.
My name's Alan Cudd.
My name's Don Cooper.
My name is Mike Stewart, and I attend McKever Road United Methodist Church, the church on the hill here in Oakwood, Georgia. We'd love for you to come join us.
This message has been brought to you by the people of the McKever Road United Methodist Church. Gary Cole, pastor.
High school baseball, this segment, and we begin with the Battle of Oakwood this past Monday, which had to be decided in extra innings. Johnson had led 6-4 going into the bottom of the 7th, which is the last frame in high school ball, only to see the Spartans stage a tremendous rally and tie it up. Well, Johnson went ahead again with a run at the top of the 8th on an RBI ground out from Blake Stacy, following a Chris White triple with 1 out. Well, the Knights then hung on in the bottom of the inning for the win. Logan Pethel came on in the 8th for Wynn Griffith, who'd gone 7 innings, allowing 5 earned runs and striking out 9, but he needed some help from the defense. After a double play from catcher to first, West Hall had the tying run at second base with 2 outs, but Chad Goff, who earlier had homered, was gunned down at home trying to score from second on an infield single from Jake Shirley when the ball got away from the first baseman. Chris White had 3 hits, and Ryan Farmer had 2 for the Knights, who are still in contention, just barely though, for the postseason. I talked with their coach, Tony Wilson.
All right, Coach. Almost let it get away from you there at the end, huh?
Yeah, we had to keep the fans here and help the concession stands sell a few more hot dogs.
Gave up those last couple of runs, but up until that point, you've been playing pretty well.
I thought we had some missed opportunities there, but we still had the lead going into the 7th inning and made an error that made things close, and they tied it up. But I thought our kids showed character, and they hung in there well and scored a run in the extra innings in the 8th inning. And the last inning was big for us on the double play, so that kind of gave us a big boost, and then we got the last out there.
It was kind of wild there at the end. I mean, balls got lost in the lights. There were some controversial plays. Did it hit the bat? Did it hit the batter? And I mean, it was... things could have gone either way. Yeah, it's just one of those ball games where in high school ball game you go, my old coach used to say, you go to the ballpark, you're going to see something new every day, and definitely we saw a lot of new things today, but we held in there, hung in there well, and I thought kids did a good job.
Now, earlier last week, West had beaten East as Max Everett, who was on the mound for the Johnson game, got the win for the Spartans while getting 2 hits. Chad Goff and Ethan Stewart had 2 hits and an equal number of RBI. Sean Neal drove in 3 for West Hall. And then Johnson earlier in the week had pounded out 14 hits in their 13-9 win over West Forsyth. A.J. Benefield had 3 of those hits, one of his a 2-run home run. Taylor Whitmire added a 3-run shot, while the Knights got a couple of hits from Chris White, Blake Stacy, and Ryan Farmer, when Griffith struck out 7 and 5 1/3 to get the victory in that one. The Knights then beat East Hall 16-0 as Stacy struck out 7 in a 5-inning shutout. Taylor Whitmire followed an 11-run first with a 3-run homer in the 3rd. Logan Pethel drove in 2 more in the 5th, and Griffith added 2 more hits. 8 different Vikings all hit in East Hall's 9-7 win over North Hall, led by Drew Adams' 3rd-inning homer. 7 different Trojans hit in their loss. Another baseball, Kevin Clifford went the distance, striking out 8 as Chestatee upset 6th-ranked White County 11-1. Rafael Mendoza was 3 for 4 with an RBI. Corbin Smith had a 2-run double as he went 2 for 3. Alex Moore 2 for 4 with an RBI. Now, Lakeview began the week with a 13-3 pounding of Social Circle, led by Nick Drury as he was 2 for 4 with a 2-run homer and 3 RBI. Taylor Simpson got the win and helped his own cause with a 2-run dinger of his own. Tyler Young 3 for 4 with a couple of RBI, and Logan Jones went 3 for 3 for the Lions. North Hall headed over Lumpkin County 16-4. Chris Stevens went the distance for the win, supported by 14 hits, 2 of them his own singles. Lee Sisson had 3 doubles, while Jackson Coker had a double and a single, and Jacob Brewster and Ryan Pitts added a pair of singles each. We go on to the pitch when HCS TV continues.
There are moments in life that you wish would last forever. Dreams that really do come true. Treasures worth protecting. And a future to prepare for. Turner Wood & Smith is with you every step of the way. Established in the Gainesville area in 1905. Turner Wood & Smith has become Northeast Georgia's largest independent insurance agency by offering professional service at competitive prices. Turner Wood & Smith, insuring your future since 1905.
Don't throw out your old shoes. Save your money and visit the Red Shoe House in Gainesville. Family owned and operated for over 40 years. They can repair almost anything. Men's shoes, ladies' shoes, sandals, western boots, uniform boots, equestrian tack, gloves, sports equipment. The Red Shoe House also offers cleaning and orthopedic shoe modifications. Don't need a repair? Come by and see their new line of accessories. Red Shoe House, 822 Oak Street in Gainesville. Phone 770-532-3772. It was a meeting of nations last Friday night at Flowery Branch as the Georgia 11 All-Star soccer team played the English Football Association's under-18 team. You know, that's what they call soccer in most of the rest of the world, you know, football. Actually makes more sense when you think about it rather than calling our American game by that term, since you mostly use your hands in our American brand. I digress. We Americans may have won the Revolutionary War, but this war on the pitch wasn't close. 7-1 in favor of the visitors. That's kind of like being beat 49-7 in American football. The only Georgia goal came late in the first half off the foot of club player Jairo Serrano. Despite the lopsided nature, everybody I talked to after the game, on both sides, seemed to mostly enjoy themselves.
Tell me about your trip. Pretty good trip for you. You won a couple of games, and plus you got to experience a lot of things.
It's been a fantastic trip. The lads have experienced the American culture, and we've had two fabulous matches. The first game we won 5-0, and tonight we won 7-1, and we just wanted to put a feast on for all those wonderful fans who turned out tonight, and we didn't disappoint.
Pretty decent crowd too.
We were very impressed because we've been training on this pitch, and there's been a bit of interest from the local high school students. They've come and they've watched, and I think they were curious to see what the English brand of football is all about. And hopefully we've shown that it's fast, it's furious, all out attacking, bit like Man United style at times. Yeah.
Well, what is the difference that you can pick up between American style and English style?
Well, the American footballers are very fit, they're very athletic, they're very technical, okay, but we play to a much higher tempo, we play to a much faster beat, and we do things at 100 miles an hour at times, and sometimes it comes off, sometimes it doesn't, whereas the Americans, the games that we've watched so far has been very slow, very patient, and we can get sucked into that brand of football, but we would prefer to play our own fast, very pacey game of football.
And tonight you played that kind of football.
We did, and it was important to go back, having played our brand of football, and everybody, you know, just out there enjoying themselves and showing what they can do.
A couple of goals for you tonight, Tim.
Yeah, it was a good game. We had played a good brand of football with fast attacking. That's how we've been training this week. We've been trying to move the ball quick, and we've done it tonight. And we finished our goals. First half, we could have scored a few more, but can't argue with 7-1 after 90 minutes. It's a good result.
Of course, now you're playing on an entirely different type of football field, you know, when the American style of football, huh?
Yeah, this is it's a pretty hard pitch to play on. It's bobbly, it's hard, but we've managed to play on it quite well tonight. We've adapted to the conditions, and I think we played well tonight. Yeah.
What's been the best thing about the trip, Tim?
Oh, it's been so many. I think, you know, we've done a lot of community projects, local communities, you know, church projects, school projects. We've gone into schools. and meeting kids, and it's, you know, it's been a good experience for us to sort of see different sides. You know, to America we've seen the, you know, the wealthy sides, but we've also seen the, you know, the poorer sides. It's been good to be able to go into the, you know, deep into the community and put something back to them.
Mm-hmm. And that's kind of what it's all about, isn't it, Phil?
It is. It's relations between America and England, and the fact that we've come here for the football and the training, but more importantly, we've come to experience the American way of life, and we've gone back with some fantastic memories.
Sounds like you've enjoyed yourself.
Oh, it's been a brilliant time, and the hospitality's been, you know, first class, and you know, it's been a top trip. Yeah, really enjoyed it.
Congratulations, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate your time. All right, have a good trip back.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.
All right, Harold. 7-1. That's a pretty good spanking, but I mean, you scored the only goal.
Yeah.
But how was it out there? I mean, it looked like they were playing awfully hard.
Yeah, they were. It was tough. It was tough, but you know, I just got to do what I do: get the ball and score.
What did you learn out of this?
Play tough, elbow people, fairly, but play tough. Don't give up. So.
Was it a good experience for you?
Yes, it was. It was.
And did you form some friendships with these guys from across the water?
Nah.
didn't have time.
Yeah, they'll stay over there. We'll stay over here. So, you know.
All right, Chris, what did you learn out of this?
It's a whole different style of play. They play a lot quicker, and a lot of good players out there.
Did you enjoy the experience, other than the fact that you lost? But
oh yeah, it was still fun, and we all had a good time. So.
Now, did you get to meet any of these guys very much?
Not really. I mean, they were moving so quick, we didn't have time to talk.
So, will this help you on down the road in the high school thing?
I think so. I mean, they're like good competition, so it can't hurt.
All right, Chris, thanks very much. All right. Well, tell me now, what about you? What about this game tonight? I mean, it's kind of lopsided, but did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was a good experience. You know, it's not every day you get to play against an international team, so yeah, it showed the whole different style of play. Be a lot tougher.
Yeah, these guys are pretty good, aren't they?
Yeah, they were big.
A
Yeah.
little bit different style than you're used to.
Yeah, a lot simpler. They didn't dribble that much. You know, everything was nice, quick. It was a good experience. The kids are really good.
All right. Thanks, Edgar. Tell me about tonight.
It was, we got killed, but it was a good experience. Not every day you get to play international teams, and they're really good. So I think we're going to benefit from it.
Well, yeah, you individually as well as your team?
As well as our team, most likely. So it'll be good.
What did you learn out of this?
To play tough. They were huge, and we were really small, so we got matched. But we played tough, and we didn't get completely spanked, so it's good.
Thanks, Chandler.
Thank you.
Other than the fact that it was a kind of a lopsided game, what did you get out of this?
It's really a whole new level of play. I mean, it's a lot simpler. It's a quicker. You have to learn how to balance out your team and how to shift together, because it's a lot of movement in the bag. The ball hardly ever stops unless it goes out of play, and they're quick. They got long legs, but they're quick.
Okay, Irving, I've asked everybody else, so what about tonight?
Well, although we weren't able to come off the pitch with a victory, I think we definitely learned a lot. I mean, the pace of play was very fast. The opponents were very, very physical. And I think from this we'll be able to learn that, you know, soccer, sometimes it's played at a slow pace, sometimes it's played at a fast pace. And when it's time to play fast, you got to play fast, because if not, you'll get knocked down.
Wow, and these guys were really fast.
They were fast, physical, tall. I mean, although we weren't able to get the practices, you know, we only had one practice, I think we did a good game today.
All right, so Flower Branch resident, coached at the Silverbacks, coached at Piedmont College, and director of one of the clubs around in here. So what brought all of this about, Jason?
I actually knew the guys from Magenta. I'd met them when I was coaching the Silverbacks. They actually have some connections in the Caribbean that I used to use to bring in professional players. I brought in a couple of Trinidad national team players through them. So we had a previous relation, and they spoke to me about wanting to put on this game and wanting to use kids from the area, and they asked me if I could contact them. I said, sure, you know, it's not a problem. So I just went around and found some players from a couple different clubs, you know, within the area that I happened to know their coach, called them and threw them together for today, you know.
Most of the guys said, obviously, you didn't have a whole lot of time to work out, and even though you got spanked a little bit tonight, well, let's face it, spanked a lot. Yeah. They enjoyed the experience.
Oh, I think they had a fantastic time. We were introducing kids before the game. They had never met before. So overall, I think we fought for 90 minutes, and you know, I think they developed an appreciation for the other team, of course, but did a good job. I thought they never gave up. So I was very proud of them.
Is there anything like this on the horizon?
I'm hoping we can do more games like this. I've spoke to them recently, and I think it's something they want to try and do on a regular basis. And as you go forward, maybe we can get a little more organized and get some other kids involved. Maybe that missed the opportunity this time.
International competition, nothing like it.
Oh yeah, it's outstanding for these kids. Something they can talk about for the rest of their life.
Now, for those youngsters still in high school, after a week of being on the same side for funsies, this week they get back to the more serious task of trying to get their teams into the postseason. Matter of fact, big matchup Friday at City Park between the Gainesville and Johnson boys and girls teams. We close it out when we conclude.
There are moments in life that you wish would last forever. Dreams that really do come true. Treasures worth protecting. And a future to prepare for. Turner Wood & Smith is with you every step of the way. Established in the Gainesville area in 1905. Turner Wood & Smith has become Northeast Georgia's largest independent insurance agency by offering professional service at competitive prices. Turner Wood & Smith, insuring your future since 1905.
Hi folks, Butch Miller from Milton Martin Honda in Gainesville. You may be asking yourself, why drive to Gainesville to buy a new car? Well, the answer is obvious. First, we sell Hondas, one of the best cars in the world. Next, we're known for incredibly low prices, offering you more money for your trade-in and treating you the way you like to be treated. We're easy to get to from either Georgia 400 or I-985 on Browns Bridge Road in Gainesville. And remember folks, if you think you can get a better deal on a better car at Milton Martin Honda in Gainesville, you got that right.
A couple of quick notes to wrap it up for you. The Johnson boys golf team placed 5th out of 20 at the North Georgia Classic. Grant Cagle led the Knights with a 69. That placed him second individually. College tennis. Brenau is ranked number 6 in the NAIA, and they won its 3rd straight match last week, easily defeating the 30th ranked NCAA Division II's Georgia College and State University 7-2. Then in a match that was closer than the final score indicates, the NAIA's number 1 ranked Auburn Montgomery tennis team took over first place in the conference by defeating Brenau by a score of 8-1 at Brenau. It was a day to honor Jolene Wong out of Singapore, the lone senior on the Tigers roster, who's played 4 years and been recognized as an NAIA Scholar Athlete in each of the years that she's played. The doubles team of Hannah Thompson and Eileen Nagels picked up the Tigers' lone win at number 3 doubles, and then they bounced back and picked up their 4th conference win, shutting out Columbia 9-0. They are now 10-6 overall, 4-1 in SSAC play. High School Region 7 AAA tournament was this week over at Alberta Banks Park. We'll have more on that next time out. All right, time now to name our athletes of the week. And for the females, Brenau tennis players Hannah Thompson and Eileen Nagels for their wins last week. And our male, well, we're going to stick with Brenau as well. Gary Hatfield of Brenau and the Iron Dogs for his record-setting day at the state powerlifting meet. A little bit of other stuff. On the signing front, West Hall volleyball player Kristen Holmes gets a chance to continue her career at the next level. Kristen recently signed a letter of intent with Oglethorpe University. Brenau soccer coach Mike Lockstamper announced the signing of Hannah Norwood, a senior at Grayson. Norwood, a member of the 2007 5A state championship team, has been a varsity starter throughout her high school career. She also competed with the Blue Springs College Experience Soccer Club for 4 years. Selected as a scholar athlete during her freshman and sophomore years, and she's been taking honors classes at Grayson with plans to major in education at Brenau. Well, Georgia's G-Day football game left some questions unanswered, but a couple of our local alumni did get some indications, perhaps of future playing time. Well, maybe. Derek Rich out of North Hall had originally signed with UConn before coming home to a different breed of dog. Derek had catches of 20 and 30 yards from quarterback Zach Mettenberger, while Chase Vassar out of Chestatee, a linebacker, assisted on a couple of tackles in the second half. A month or so after the death of West Hall baseball player Brian Ernst, the celebrations of his life continue. Former Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket, Atlanta Brave, and now New York Yankee Mark Teixeira met Brian through the Make-A-Wish Foundation. They hit it off. Brian's parents, Steve and Donna, were his guests at the Yankees home opener. Now, quoting from the local paper, The Times now, since Brian died, Donna Ernst said that Teixeira has made it his mission to spread Brian's story and create awareness for the form of cancer Brian had, Ewing sarcoma, which is found in bone or soft tissue. We can't express how honored, humbled, and grateful we are, Donna Ernst said. We fly up there on Sunday, Tuesday their home opener against the Angels. Every season, Teixeira wears something under the bill of his cap. This season, he's dedicating to Brian, and he's putting Brian Faith number 5 on his cap for every game, and he wants to present us with the first hat at the end of the game. By the way, there was also a benefit held for the Ernst at Wild Wing Cafe this past Sunday. Much of the money headed back into funds for researching a cure. And if you're into motorcycle racing this weekend, the Superbikes come back to Road Atlanta. I'm Gary Glenn, more Hall County Sports for you right here next week. Join us then.